Thanks for joining us. In this audit, we looked at commercial vehicle safety in BC. Our findings touched on the following 6 areas. 1. Commercial driver licensing. 2. Education and awareness programs. 3. The regulatory and administrative policy framework. 4. Consistency of the monitoring and enforcement of commercial vehicle safety across BC. 5. The work of commercial vehicle safety and enforcement officers. And finally, 6. The data and analysis on how well these programs are working. Overall, we found that the Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure, the Insurance Corporation of British Columbia, or ICBC, and the Ministry of Public Safety and Solicitor General each have commercial vehicle safety programs in place that prevent crashes and save lives. However, the ministries and ICBC need to do much more to promote the safe operation of commercial vehicles on BC roads. For this audit, we focus primarily on heavy commercial vehicles such as semi-trailers because when these vehicles are involved in a collision, the results can be severe. On average, over the past 10 years, about 300 people per year have died in motor vehicle incidents in BC. Of those 300 people, almost 20% died in incidents involving a heavy commercial vehicle. The BC government's road safety goal is 0 fatal collisions. The first area we looked at was licensing. We found that government doesn't know whether commercial driver licensing standards are adequate, but it has recently started to address this issue. We found that in BC, drivers are not required to take specialized training to get their commercial license. In comparison, Europe has had mandatory training for commercial drivers for more than 10 years. Ontario brought it in last year, the USA is phasing it in over 3 years, and Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Alberta all have plans to do so soon. The BC government needs to continue its review of the standards for commercial driver licensing to ensure they are adequate. Safety education and awareness programs for road users on safe driving in and around commercial vehicles can help to prevent crashes. Even though heavy commercial vehicles represent less than 3% of vehicles registered in BC, they are involved in 19% of fatal collisions. In the majority of those fatal collisions, the commercial driver is not at fault. Road users need to know how to behave safely around heavy commercial vehicles. Overall, commercial vehicle safety education and awareness programs are limited in BC because even though multiple organizations are involved, none have the budget or authority for overall responsibility. In the report, we recommend that government establish clear responsibility for the promotion of road safety education and awareness related to commercial vehicles. Commercial vehicle safety and enforcement officers have a challenging job. With better supports that enable officers to do thorough inspections in a safe environment, they could be more effective. Examples of these supports include infrastructure, such as inspection sheds to allow officers to inspect vehicles in all weather conditions, timely access to information, like being able to access the inspection history of a commercial vehicle when it comes through the inspection station, and timely training to allow new recruits to be on the job sooner. We also found that the Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure is challenged to ensure a consistent approach to inspection and enforcement with commercial vehicles across BC. This is partly because of the way the ministry is structured. Commercial vehicle safety officers in the field don't directly report to the ministry's Commercial Vehicle Safety and Enforcement branch. This makes it hard to ensure officers follow headquarters policy and priorities. In the report, we recommend that the ministry look at its governance structure for commercial vehicle safety. Right now, government collects, but doesn't sufficiently analyze, a lot of data that it could use to determine how well its safety programs and activities are meeting its safety goals. As part of the audit, we identified a statistical model that demonstrates the impact of roadside inspection and enforcement activities on commercial vehicle safety. The model is widely used throughout the United States. Using the model with BC data showed that over the past 3 years, inspection and enforcement activities prevented an estimated 1,100 crashes, including 4 fatalities and more than 260 injuries. This saved an estimated $130 million in social costs, which includes lost working days, medical costs, and around $18 million in ICBC insurance costs. Government should use this type of data analysis to set clear targets and allocate resources efficiently to meet its targets. Purposefully, this was a large audit. We wanted to look at significant aspects of commercial vehicle safety, from driver licensing through to the education of road users. We made 9 recommendations in this report for the Ministry of Transportation and Infrastructure, the Ministry of Public Safety and Solicitor General, and ICBC. These include recommendations to improve licensing, clarify responsibility for education and awareness programs, review the regulatory and policy framework for vehicle inspection, improve the timeliness and consistency of carrier interventions, and do better data collection and analysis of how well safety programs are working. Everyone needs to be more aware of commercial vehicles when using the roads. We'd encourage you to review the Be Truck Aware Safe Driving Tips that are available on the government's website. Road safety is everyone's responsibility. That's our report summary for today. Thank you for joining us. We'd also encourage you to read the full report. It and our other reports are available on our website at www.bcauditor.com.